This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, we have the big-time highlights from many league and non-league baseball matchups, including Wood Creek taking on Folsom, Del Oro meeting Kennedy, and Turlock Christian battling Helmar.
Softball features Vanden and Sheldon. You'll see Vista Del Lago and Rio Americano in girls lacrosse, plus the story of two softball players from Valley Christian Academy and their journey to becoming sisters. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Brownstein. We start tonight in Elk Grove, where the Thundering Herd came into the week with a 6-2 record. Senior pitcher A.J. Hutchinson sporting a 1.26 ERA in 17 innings pitched. Hutchinson getting the nod for the Herd in the series opener with Sheldon.
The Huskies finished their preseason with a 3-3 record and looking for its first league win over a tough Elk Grove team Tuesday afternoon.
We start this week off with a couple of stud pitchers, Fernando Avalos for Sheldon and the side armor A.J. Hutchinson for Elk Grove. Mark Willis breaking it down. Top of the first with 1 on, 1 out. Hutchinson gets a ground ball that Aiden Jimenez takes it to the bag for 1-2 for the no play. Bottom half of the second, bases loaded for Devin Kinsel, who lifts a fly to right. Tagging is Sean Meyer Cox, and the Thundering Herd lead it 1-0. In the top of the third, Sheldon with action on the bases, but Hutchinson tosses up a frozen pizza for the punch-out looking. Bottom 3 now, runners on the corners for Elk Grove. They send the runners to second. The throw cannot be handled as Jimenez takes advantage of that and scoring from third, and the Thundering Herd take a 2-0 lead. Top 4 now, check out this play by pitcher A.J. Hutchinson, knocking the ball down, then spins, throws on the money. Great stretch by Caden Brown, and they just get the out at first. In the fourth, Avalos for Sheldon gets the called strike 3 looking. Avalos went 5, striking out 4, and did a nice job keeping Elk Grove on their toes. But in the 6th, Elk Grove got comfortable. Kinsel singles up the middle. That scores Cy Peterson from third, 3-0 Herd. They're loaded now for Jimenez, who unloads on the pitch, sending it deep to right center. Both Corey Williams and Kinsel coming to score. It's now 5-0. The Elk Grove faithful will tell me it's just a matter of time. They're still loaded for Evan Gentile, who goes with the pitch to right. Solid single scoring Brown and Jimenez. It's now 8-0. Elk Grove puts it all together, an 8-run 6th inning as Peterson singles. That was the final blow as Gentile comes in to score the 10th run as the Thundering Herd was pushed to the test early but came through late.
A lot of us have been playing with each other since we were little, like around 8, and we have a good connection. Everybody has fun, and we just love playing the game, and we win.
Parker Ream in Vacaville for what's always a great rivalry game. Vanden taking on Vacaville. In the bottom of the first, scoreless ball game. Devin Parris at the dish. The dribbler to Cy Dempsey, who flips it to J.J. Menacini. On to first, the double play to end the inning. The Long Beach State commit Eric Diaz doing work on the mound early. Second inning catches Cameron Malone looking. He had 5 Ks through 2. Third inning, someone finally scored. I feel like I have to be the king of getting these pass ball highlights because they happen every single week, but they're highlights all the same. 1-0 Vanden. Then in the top of the fourth, Tyler James at the plate, and he smacks that one to left field. That one's back, gone. The solo shot for the senior puts the Vikings up 2-0, and he was loving it. So in the bottom half, down 3-0, Vacaville answers. Finn Chapman shoots it through the left side, just out of reach, and a run comes around to score for the Bulldogs. Top 5 we go. James at the plate once more, and he gets some more solid contact, except this one just short of the fence. Still good for a double, and that brings in Jack Brooks to score. So Vacaville needs some offense. Cue Benny Dyer smacking this one into the gap in center. JJ comes around all the way from first to score, and the Bulldogs add 2 runs to pull it within just 1 run. To the bottom of the 6th now we go. Bases loaded and looking to tie. Cameron Malone at the plate, and he wears this ball with pride. Whatever you got to do to get the run across, and we have a tie ball game, 4 apiece. So we go to the top of the 7th. Runners on the corners. Cody Buckley with a risky steal to second, but the throw gets away, and Tyler comes around to score to take the lead. 5-4 Vanden leads. Then to end it, 2 outs. I've said his name a lot already in the highlights. You're going to hear it one more time. Tyler James tracks the foul ball in. There's a cameraman in the way. No problem for Tyler. He catches it over the cameraman to seal the game. What a finish. Vanden wins 5-4.
Nick Pecoraro in Loomis. Del Oro looking to add to its 7-game win streak against Rockland Wednesday. Lots of great defense in this game. First inning, Marissa Robertson hoists the shallow blooper to center where Gabrielle Enyart makes a nice sliding catch to end the inning. And we're just getting warmed up with the gloves, folks. Bottom 2, Abby Davidson has a hit taken away from her as Sydney Barker lays out deep in the hole, fires the first for the out. Top third now, Dio up 1-0, Rockland rallying, but a heads-up play by third baseman Reagan Hoblet, who doubles off the runner at first to quiet the Thunder rally. Bottom 3 now, runner on for Kendall Manley, who gets every bit of this pitch, just a scud to straightaway center. That earns her a gritty on the way home. Del Oro up 3-0. Rockland's got a runner on first in the fourth. It's a hot shot up the middle, but Jenna Birch with the dive, the glove flip to Haley Engelbrecht, who turns the pair. You may very well see that in the plays of the week later in the show, folks. Bottom 4 now. Engelbrecht with the bat this time and a runner on. Haley, that ball has a family. Del Oro up 5-0, but don't count Rockland out just yet. Top 5. Runners on first and second for Jillian Moeller. Her first homer of the season makes it 5-3, and suddenly Rockland's showing some signs of life. But Del Oro's D was just on point on Wednesday. Birch to Engelbrecht to Daniela Morales for another double play, and Del Oro moves to 11-1 with a 6-3 win.
We have a lot of seniors who have been here since freshman year, so we have a really close group, and a couple underclassmen who have been picking up at the bottom of the lineup and helping us out too. So, and we've had a lot of team bonding opportunities, so we're getting closer as a team.
Garrison reporting here where Pleasant Grove Boys Volleyball will be hosting Franklin High School. Let's get things started off in the first set where we see a nice dig from Gabrielle Onates, set from 10 lead, and a kill by Aaron Chang, 7-4 Eagles lead. Then Andrew Thao sets it up, but boom, Joseph Espy steals it for the quick kill for the Eagles. Can you tell he plays basketball too? 14-8 Pleasant Grove leads, but Miles Gilligan still on attack. Onates to Lee, who returns it to Gilligan with the dig, then set by Nathan Doe to Jackson Troy, who finessed it past 2 defenders for Franklin. 20-13, Eagles still ahead. Next, Adam Mahood with a perfect serve to Ungat Singh of the Wildcats results in the ace for Pleasant Grove. Eagles take set 1, 25-17. Second set, Troy returns it with a dig, but Nathaniel Switzer with an easy two-handed rejection for the point. 11-9, Eagles lead. Teammates hyping him up right there. However, Thao digs it to Yakin Mutaki, who reaches over for the fadeaway kill to keep the Wildcats in it. Moments later, Switzer going for the kill shot, but Peter Banquet saves it to Doe, and great diving return by Doe. However, Switzer to Lee, and Espy tips it over the net. Eagles keeping their composure right there. Eagles take set 2, 25-21. More Espy, but this time drops the hammer set up by Lee. Eagles lead 10-0 in set 3. Leave it to Wildcats to create some drama. Singh set it up for Alex Fong, who delivers a crucial point to make it 24-23. Franklin down by 1 point. Mutaki putting some heat on this one, but blocked by Joseph Hatfield and SP to send it home for the final point. Eagles win set 3, 25-23, and win the match 3-0. Switzer leads Pleasant Grove with 12 kills.
Time now for the Players of the Week. These players are chosen for their standout performances from games played last week. Our first Player of the Week is Drew Anderson from Vista Del Lago. In Game 2 of the 3-game set with Del Campo, the Eagles were down by a run in the bottom of the 7th when Drew hit a 2 RBI double to walk it off. Drew finished 4 for 4 at the plate, and the Eagles ended up taking 2 out of 3 from the Cougars.
Very good. Our second Player of the Week is Nolan Stevens from Franklin. The Wildcats beat a very good Jesuit team in Game 1 of a 3-game series. Nolan threw 5 innings of shutout baseball, allowing just 2 hits and striking out 7. The Mississippi State commit was also 3 for 4 at the plate with 2 RBIs. Nolan Stevens and Drew Anderson, this week's Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us important tips so athletes can perform at their very best.
Here's Dr. Joseph Donnelly with this week's Stanford Health Tip.
A healthy and balanced diet provides many benefits, including increased muscle strength and endurance. But more recently, we are developing an understanding of the importance of sleep and its effect on an athlete. Recent sports medicine studies suggest that a lack of sleep can put the athlete at higher risk for musculoskeletal injury, as well as an increase in the intensity and length of post-concussion symptoms. With schoolwork, sports, friends, and family all requiring time out of the day for a student athlete, it is sleep that is often sacrificed. Having a consistent sleep schedule and even a 30-minute nap during the day will help your athletic performance.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game, Folsom plays host to a very good Wood Creek team.
Then it's West and Tokay meeting on the softball field. This is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Dreaming while awake?
Junk sleep.
Don't let junk sleep mess with your head.
Welcome to Mattress Firm.
For a limited time at Mattress Firm, get a king for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin. Plus a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase.
Just go ahead and lift you on up.
You can't put a price on good sleep, but it's better on sale. Mattress Firm. Unjunk your sleep.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. Our first SunPower Electric game tonight is a matchup between two powerful teams. The Wood Creek Timberwolves have a stacked lineup with a number of players committed to Division I colleges like USC Oregon and Oregon State, and even Sac State.
Folsom has a very talented squad as well, so this matchup is sure to be a battle. Wood Creek and Folsom is our first SunPower Electric game. Our Mark Willis was there.
Game.
Well, one of the top non-league matchups this week is Folsom and Wood Creek, and I've been told by one coach that Wood Creek is stacked on paper, and that paper looks pretty good. With players like Jake Harvey going to Nevada, Dylan Green to Oregon, Braden Sloan to USC, and Caden Thompson to Santa Clara, and of course Zach Malone headed to Sac State, and that's not all of them. As for Folsom, they're a very good program with their own John Akiri will be playing his college ball at Texas Tech. As for Sean Carey, Jake Tremaine, and Colin Callahan, they are all juniors and lead the team in hitting. Before we head to the SunPower Electric game, Wood Creek leads the series 7-6. Now let's get to the highlights. The Bulldogs getting all ready for this tough non-league showdown. Also, there were like 15 MLB scouts at this game. Top of the first, bases loaded, and Wood Creek already has a run in. Fly ball hit by Ethan Louie to right field, where Folsom's Peyton Dupree is under it. The throw home is a good one, but tagging from third is Jake Harvey, and he's too fast. 2-0 T-Wolves. In the bottom half of the first, Folsom gets a run back as Colin Callahan leads off second. Jake Tremaine singles to left. Callahan comes in to score, and it's 2-1 ball game. Wood Creek keeping the pressure on the second inning. Folsom's John Alkire gets the swinging strikeout, but the ball gets away from the catcher, allowing Connor Enslow to score for the T-Wolves, 3-1. In the bottom half of the third, Folsom loads the bases, but the USC-bound lefty Braden Sloan was able to strike out the side to get out of the jam. It's still 3-1. Wood Creek takes that momentum and uses it to their advantage. In the fourth, with their run already in, Louie back to the plate, and this time he hits a solid single to center, and Jake Harvey just has to trot in this time. Next batter, Folsom gets Riley Taggart to ground out to Colin Callahan, who makes the play, but Noah Madison comes in to score in the fifth with a man on for Wood Creek. Folsom gets a nice defensive stop by Colin Gallagher, snagging the low liner out of the air, throw to first for the double play. In the seventh, Folsom gets back in the scoring column as Ronan McGagan gets just about all this one. To right field it goes. Kellen Arribas comes in all the way around from first to score. It's now 6-2. The next batter hits a fly ball to right. This time, Madison Ferris is there for the out as Wood Creek goes on the road and wins 6-2. Braden Sloan goes 4 innings, striking out 8. Here's Jake Harvey talking about his team after the game.
Both those guys shove. They just pound the strike zone and give the defense an opportunity to make plays. And then when we put some insurance runs on the board, they can always shut it down.
In Folsom for the SunPower Electric game, I'm Mark Willis, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way.
Brian Mueller here in Stockton Wednesday night at Arnez Stadium as West travels northeast to face Tokay. The Wolfpack bats ready right off the bat. Sienna Martinez lines this to center and it drops. That scores a run and it's 1-0. Next batter is Kiara Blanchard and she bashes this up the middle. That plates Martinez and it's 2-0 West. Bottom three now. Francesca Paz was dominant in the circle, and she had some good defense behind her. Layla Vallejos lays out for this and comes up with the catch. But Tokay would get on the board in the fourth. Kaylee Cross hits a chopper, do-or-die play, but it finds the grass. Emma Misasi scores to cut the lead in half. But the Wolfpack bounce back next inning, a runner on for Bailey Dunn, and she shoots this to the right side. That scores another to make it 3-1. Later in the inning, the base is loaded for Ava Seguin, and she unloads them. Grand slam time. The first long ball of the season for the junior breaks this game open 7-1 West. But the Tigers not backing down in their turn to bat. They have the bases loaded. Kaylee Collette grounds it to third for an RBI ground out. Tokay would reload the bases later in the inning, but Paz pitches out of the jam, gets a harmless fly to left, and the Wolfpack still up 7-2 after 5. West with a runner on first in the 6th, a grounder into the hole, but there's Colette plugging it and fires it to first for the out. She has to cool off after handling that hot shot, but West would keep coming. Blanchard, a base hit. Dunn hustles in with a run to make it 8-2. Then later in the inning, here's Seguin again, and she just keeps mashing. Hits this to the wall, another run scores, and behind a 5 RBI game from Seguin, the Wolfpack wins this one in 6, 12-2 the final.
Coming up, it's Turlock Christian and Hillmar battling it out.
Then you'll meet this week's inspirational athletes. They are the Williams sisters from Valley Christian Academy. But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section softball top 10 poll.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we are in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month, but now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Turlock Christian comes into the week with a 6-2 record and have just one more non-league game left on the preseason schedule. Senior Julian Espinoza is batting .455 with 8 RBIs, and right on his tail is his little brother Jaden, a freshman, batting .440 and leading the team with 9 RBIs.
Just a freshman.
Just a freshman.
Got a great future ahead of him. The Eagles set to face Hillmar Wednesday. Senior John Cooper King has been pitching very well for the Yellow Jackets as Hillmar looks to go to 8-2 with a win over Turlock Christian on Wednesday afternoon.
It's a warm, sunny Wednesday as the Hillmar Yellow Jackets face Turlock Christian. The Eagles with runners on first and second in the top of the first. Jaden Espinoza gets the ball through the infield. That plates Rob York. TC with 2 on, but pitcher Jason Pimentel gets the ground out to end the inning. John Cooper King hits Blake Petrie at first, 1-0 TC after 1. The Jackets keep the Eagles off the board in the second thanks to a good diving play from left fielder Caleb Amaya, but no chance for a Hillmar rebuttal because from the start of this game, Gavin Farina was dealing on the mound. That's strikeout number 5 in 2 innings. Top 3, here's Jaden Espinoza, the freshman, sending a blooper into no man's land that plates his big brother Julian. TC goes on to have a big inning. Manny Delgadillo crushes this ball to center. Farina and Bo Blake scores. The Eagles score 5. It's 6-0 Eagles. Bottom of the inning, Hillmar with a runner on first. Farina gets the grounder to third. A nice backhand from Jaden starts the double play. Blake turns it at second. Nice play there. Julian Espinoza leading off the fourth, and the senior takes on the deepest part of the yard. That's a booming double for Julian. TC puts 3 more on the board in the fourth. Rob York with a runner in scoring position in the 5th. Hits a clean single to left, and York grabs his first RBI on the day. Then it's Bo Blake at the plate, slapping a single to left center. Farina scores, and so does York. The freshman would finish with a game-high 4 RBIs on the day. It's a 15-0 Turlock Christian lead in the bottom of the 5th. Farina not allowing a hit. He strikes out the batter, and the run rule goes into effect. Gavin with a no-no in 5 innings, and he talked to us about that strong outing after the game.
The defense was able to, roll a double play. I had a few comebackers myself. And then, honestly, I got away with some pitches high that they swung at, but my fastball was, I feel like, mid-80s. Felt pretty good, so that was working for me.
Every week, we bring you stories of athletes who inspire us.
Our Nick Pecoraro shares with us the story of the Williams sisters from Valley Christian Academy, who may not be blood-related, but their bond cannot be any stronger.
They say you can't choose your family, but every now and then an unexpected family will come out of nowhere to choose you.
We're a big
believers that family is what you make of it.
Meet the Williams family of Valley Christian Academy in Roseville. Gracie, a senior, and Christelle, a junior, may not look like each other, but make no mistake about it, they are sisters.
People would ask me why I was a different color.
All the time. Like anytime we run into like a new group of people. Like I remember being little, I used to get really upset because I would tell people Christelle's my sister and they're like, no, she's not. Like, and my mom's like, you just need to tell them you're twins.
Gracie and Christelle are 2 of 8 children in the Williams household. Gracie being the youngest of 3 biological children, and Christelle the oldest of 5 adopted.
One of the greatest families I've ever met. Their hearts are bigger than most, to be honest with you. It's a family you aspire to be a part of and aspire to emulate, is who the Williams are. They're amazing.
After having 3 kids of their own, Doug and Angela Williams decided to expand their family through adoption in 2008. Their first 2 adoptions came from Haiti, Christelle and Rodrickson, unrelated, but from the same orphanage.
So I remember being really excited because my mom came and told me one day that I was going to have a little sister and a little brother. And I was so excited.
And the timing of their adoption could not have been more critical.
Earthquake hit, we just assumed it was going to take, like we were starting back from square one.
After visiting their future children in November of 2009, 18 months into the adoption process, a 7-point magnitude earthquake rocked the Caribbean nation, leaving more than 200,000 people dead.
Yeah, we went from thinking it was going to be 4 or 5 years to 2 or 3 weeks. It was a pretty sudden. Yeah, we were prepared, but we didn't know. I mean, best case scenario, we thought they were like 2 years out still.
Thankfully, the Williams were able to finalize the adoption and bring Christelle and Rodrickson home just 2 weeks after the earthquake.
It was weird. Like I was in this one place, and then these people take me to another place, but they were really nice to me, like really kind and loving and caring. So it was weird, but fun at the same time.
Now part of a much bigger family, one thing that bonds Gracie and Christelle is sports. The sisters play volleyball, basketball, and softball at VCA.
Whether you were biologically born or you were adopted, you come into the Williams family and you're going to play every single sport and they're going to keep you busy. And every kid in the country is going to be at your house, and that's just, it's what they do.
This past basketball season, Gracie and Christelle were 2 of the Sac-Joaquin section's top scorers and led the Lady Lions to the program's 5th section title.
It was really like important to me. I guess like I've always played basketball with Christelle, like being so close in age.
Yeah, I feel like it's made us closer. Like we have like really good chemistry on the floor.
Gracie was named league MVP, becoming the 3rd player in school history to reach 1,000 career points. Next season, Christelle is likely to become the 4th.
I don't think she'll have a problem.
It's hard to say where exactly Christelle's life would have taken her if the Williams never welcomed her in Rodrickson.
I know that they were in an orphanage because things were hard there. They probably would not have left. You know, life would have been a lot harder.
I think I would have probably been like in the orphanage until like I was an adult. And then from there, I don't know, like try to find a job, I guess, like make a living for myself.
For now, the opportunities lie on the softball field.
Nice hit. Oh, you're good.
And at home with the family that chose her.
Watching that all come together has been pretty amazing, just as a selfish thing on my end, getting to watch that kind of unfold.
Reporting from Roseville, Nick Pecoraro, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Like Nick said, Christelle hopes to hit 1,000 career points next season on the basketball team, just like Gracie did this past year. And you can tell their push to make each other better is a big reason for that success.
3 sports stars.
3 sports stars: volleyball, softball, basketball.
And a section title in basketball. Fantastic. Coming up, it's the Mattress Firm Perfect Match as Del Oro looks to take down Kennedy.
Then boys lacrosse action as Oak Ridge takes on Granite Bay. But first, here's this week's Spirit Corner featuring the Elk Grove High School cheer team. Coming in.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thinking Heroes, like the Tracy Family Resource Center, who serve the local community. To reach our goal, we'll donate $50 for every vehicle sold. Check out our great lineup of new Toyotas. Our certified used cars come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Unjunk your sleep during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Right now, get a king for a queen or queen for a twin and save up to $500 on Sealy. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase, up to a $499 value. Or shop Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America, and get a $300 instant gift good towards sleep accessories. In stock for immediate delivery. Only at Mattress Firm.
49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Healthcare, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics. And by SunPower, proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Our Mattress Firm Perfect Match this week is being played at Raley's Field in West Sacramento. Junior Jackson Colgrove is given the start on the mound as his Kennedy Cougars face off against Del Oro.
The Del Oro Golden Eagles have won 7 of their first 8 games to open up the season. Jaron Eckelboom comes into the game batting .455 with 2 booms on the season. Get it? Eckelboom? 2 booms. Eckelboom. Each week, we scour this section for the perfect match on the field. Just like Mattress Firm wants to find you a mattress that is your perfect match. Del Oro and Kennedy is this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
They're not yelling boo.
No, they're yelling boom.
So let's get into this perfect match, shall we? On a perfect day for baseball at the Rivercats home, Parker Ream reporting. First inning, Jackson Colgrove doing damage on the mound, strikes out the batter right there. Then in the bottom half, he gets some run support from Francisco Castillo, one of the hottest batters for Kennedy, came in with a .600 batting average. That'll help, I'm sure. Brings in Zach Wood to score, and the slide into third himself for the triple puts Kennedy on top 1-0 early. Next batter, Talon Hollowell, we go at the dish. The dribbler just deep enough to score Castillo, and Talon is safe at first. 2-0 after 1 for the Cougars. We head to the top of the third. 3-0 Kennedy now. Keith Shelton at the plate for Del Oro. Solid contact on this one as Nick Verdugo comes around to score. The Golden Eagles get on the board 3-1 the score. Don't count them out just yet. Full disclaimer, I got moved from behind home plate, but the show must go on just from the first base side now. Third inning, Kennedy kept it going. Jackson grounds one, but some miscommunication scores a run, and Kennedy goes up 5-1. Bottom half now. Elliott Rose shoots it down the first base side. I guess it was good that I got moved there. Fair ball. That brings around Jaron Eckelboom to score, and here comes Del Oro. But it wasn't until the 6th inning that Del Oro turned it on. Quincy Marlborough just gets it past the shortstop, and hold on a minute. Del Oro showing some life. They had a lot of life in that 6th inning, and you'll see it now. Up 6-5 now. They continue their hot inning. Keith with another bomb. That brings Nick Verdugo home. Golden Eagles up 7-5 now. Wow, what a comeback, and it wasn't done. 3 batters later, bases loaded for Henry Palmer, and he got a hold of this one, almost clearing the fence, but the stand-up double is good enough. Clears the bases, and Del Oro scores 8 runs in the 6th inning to come back and take it 11-5 with the dagger coming from that man right there. I caught up with the team after the big win. Parker Ream here in your Mattress Firm Perfect Match at the home of the Rivercats. Del Oro got the win. All right, we start with Keith. Keith, you guys got off to a tough start, and you really rebounded, especially in that 8-run inning. I mean, what was the difference in this game?
Well, honestly, we have confidence in ourselves no matter what the score is. We hold ourselves the same, and we just looked to put pressure the whole time.
We head over to Henry. He had a big bases-clearing double in that 8-run inning. Henry, I mean, talking about this Del Oro team, the resilience that you guys showed today, is that something that we can expect all season?
Oh, of course. We come into every game looking to play hard for 7 innings every day, and that's what makes us a good team, I think.
Head over to Elliott. Elliott, this is the last game before you guys start league play. How are you liking your chances in the SFL?
Honestly, I think we could surprise a lot of people this year.
as we carry the season over into league, we're going to carry the mantra, job's not done. That's all I can say for you.
All right, job's not done, job's not finished. I'm going to let these guys finish it.
Luke Galindo coming at you from Granite Bay High School as the Grizzlies and Oak Ridge Trojans kick off our coverage of boys lacrosse. Oak Ridge strike first with a powerful shot from the far side of the field coming from the stick of Alex Bales. Trojans take a quick 1-0 lead. That lead doesn't last long. A pass from Ethan Griffin finds Colby Gravelin in front of the net, who puts it in to tie it at 1. This pass is broken up by several Trojans players, but coming in to scoop it up and score is James Stabbert. The game is now tied at 2. Pass from James is now in the stick of Preston Fisher, who fires it into the net to take a 4-2 lead in the second quarter. The Grizzlies now starting to get some momentum. After this steal, Preston has a lot of momentum headed towards the net. Preston able to finish with the goal, making that his second of the night. The Trojans still have some fight, and I'm starting off the second half. Brody Deathridge charging towards the goal and puts it past the goalie. A quick exchange from James Stabbert to Colby Gravelin finds its way into the net. The Grizzlies extend their lead to 7. Late in the third quarter, Preston Fisher adds to his score count as he lasers this in to the top of the net. Good luck to anyone trying to save that. Preston again going over Oak Ridge defenders and bouncing it between the legs of the goalie. Granite Bay now has a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. Oak Ridge able to tally some last-minute points as Nick Antonucci flings this around a defender and in the goal. The Granite Bay Grizzlies seal the win after this great controlled save from Zach Annis. The final score is Granite Bay 17, Oak Ridge 8.
Coming up, heading back to the Diamond for Roseville and Antelope.
Then we take a special look at St. Mary's ice hockey. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports will be back in a moment. Welcome back to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We continue tonight with Game 2 of the Capital Valley League matchup between Roseville and Antelope. The Tigers taking Game 1 of the series. Roseville senior Ramon Esparza sports a .375 batting average.
The Antelope Titans come into this week with a 5-4 record. Aiden Senior is batting in the mid-400s for the Titans, while his twin brother Eric is 1-0 on the mound with a 1.7 ERA. The Tigers and Titans in Game 2 of the 3-game set Thursday afternoon.
Here come the Antelope Titans in Game 2 of their series with Roseville Thursday. Top of the third, it's 1-0 Roseville when Seth Bamowski goes all out for this ball in right field. A nice catch there from the sophomore. Then in the bottom of the inning, runners on first and second for the Titans. Aiden Sinor grounds this one up the middle. That scores Jonah Eldridge from second. We are knotted up at 1. Top of the fourth, the cleanup hitter comes on with 1 on and no 1 out. Max Wiles demolishes this ball to the left center gap. That RBI double scores Ramon Esparza from first, and the Tigers put up a very crooked number in the fourth. Wiles back at the plate after batting around the order. He gets the same outcome. This time the bases are juiced and Max clears them. 4 RBIs on the day for the number 4 hitter. He'd get hit on the very next batter. That's Parker Hellickson. This one close to going all the way, but it hits off the bottom of the fence. Wiles trots home. Hellickson trots into second. 10-1 Tigers after 4. Meanwhile, starting pitcher Dylan Schmidt settling in on the mound, going 4 strong, allowing just that 1 earned run. Gavin Ruggiero makes it a 10-run game with a hard-hit single to right. That one scoring J.D. Margaroni, so the Titans have some work to do. Jason Witten in the bottom of the 5th hits a sinking liner to left to get things started. Titans would score 2 in the inning on a couple of errors, so it's 12-3 Tigers in the bottom of the 7th. Brady Ronaldo comes in to pitch, and the Roseville defense shows out. That shortstop David Centeno with a nice backhand, but his teammate tries to one-up him. Ricky Bastianelli tracks down this long hit ball in left center and comes up with the catch to end the game. Roseville takes Game 2 of the series behind the wild bat of Max Wiles.
High school ice hockey is an up-and-coming sport here in Northern California. There are just a few teams in the area, and there is one team making a big splash.
The ice hockey team from St. Mary's High School consists mostly of students from St. Mary's High School, and this year the team made it farther than any other. The sights and sounds of high school ice hockey may not be very common here in Northern California, but there is one team this season checking, shooting, and scoring better than all the rest.
You know, obviously growing up in California, hockey is not that big of a sport, So, you know, you see all the other kids, and the football kids get the high school experience of playing for their high school, and hockey isn't really one of those sports in California. So to be able to go out and, you know, play in front of the people you see at school is pretty special, and I'm glad I have the opportunity to do so.
St. Mary's has become a power on the high school ice hockey scene. Tonight is the Rams' senior night, a celebration of the team's 4 seniors and its incredible season.
It's been an amazing journey. I've loved every step of it, start to finish. It's been kind of a bumpy road thanks to COVID, but we bounced back this year, and I think we did pretty good.
Pretty good is putting it lightly. The Rams won the California State Championship back on March 2nd.
That game was crazy. It was an absolute roller coaster of emotions, you know. It was just back and forth. It was a grind, it was a battle, but worth absolutely every second of hard work. Not many teams in California can say they've done that.
With the state title, the team earned an automatic bid to compete for the national title in Texas. But there was a clerical error made by the governing body, and the team ultimately was not able to go.
It's really tough. We've worked so hard winning the states. It would have been an awesome experience to go to nationals, but there's always next season, I guess.
We had to play in an elimination game to even have a chance to go. Winning that was special, but just hearing the news that we're not able to go is pretty heartbreaking. It's the only word I can use to describe it.
So now senior night is the culmination of the team's successful season and a successful high school career for seniors Derek, Aro, Christian, and James. What is one thing you want the younger classmen to learn from you guys?
Play as hard as you can, as long as you can, you know. Just play your heart out, don't leave any regrets.
Keep your head up. It'll be hard at times. It'll be really hard. But you got to just barrel through those and play for fun, as much fun as you can, honestly.
Tuesday afternoon at Rio Americano High as the Raiders hosted the Vista Del Lago Eagles for some girls lacrosse. Sam Berg here with the highlights. And the Raiders would get on the board first. Ella Delera passes it up to Taylor White, and she puts it in the back of the net, 1-0 Rio early. But the Eagles had an answer. Lauren Hagel runs towards the goal and sends it between the legs of the goalkeeper to knot it up at 1. And the scoring wasn't done yet for the Eagles. Amanda Beckwith takes a shot, and that one is good. Vista has taken the lead right back. And they want some more, but time is running down. Siri Robinson runs to her left and fires one in the net just as time expires, putting Vista up 5-2 at the half. On to the second half now, and the Raiders were looking to close the gap. Busy Lynch passes it up to Talera, and she puts it in the back of the net for the score. But the Eagles were not about to let a comeback begin. Beja Galerter passes it over the goal to Adriana Martin, and she puts it in for the score as Rio was trying to break this one wide open. And they do just that. Hagel jukes past the Raiders defenders and throws it in there for the score. She would end the game with 4 goals. But the Raiders were not about to give up yet. Lynch runs the ball coast to coast and throws it in for the score. And she made sure to throw some style points in there as well. And here comes Rio. They've built some momentum. Sierra Whitty sends it up to Clara Swanson, and that one is good. And as the phrase goes, never say never. But that's exactly what the Eagles said. Amanda Waugh passes it up to Shay Allen, and she sends in the dagger for the win on Tuesday. The Eagles improved to 5-3 on the season with a final score of 13-5.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Wood Creek sophomore Connor Barth. The very talented Oregon State commit sports a 4.0 GPA.
Very nice. Coming up, our second SunPower Electric game. Vanden travels to Elk Grove to take on Sheldon.
Then it's Ponderosa and Whitney meeting in baseball as 49ers Sac-Hi Sports rolls along.
Mattress Firm's President's Day sale has been extended. Get a king for a queen or a queen for a twin, and save up to $500 on our wide selection of top-selling brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop hot buys and get up to 50% off, like Sealy twin mattresses starting at $224.99 or Sleepy's twin mattresses starting at $159.99. In stock for fast delivery. Unjunk your sleep, only at Mattress Firm.
Sac-Hi! Let's go! Lean on it! Lean on it! Let's get it! Climb it up! Climb it up!
Our second SunPower Electric game tonight is the battle between two of the best softball teams in the section. The Vanden Vikings come into the game with Sheldon sporting a 3-0 record, set to face their toughest competition yet, the Sheldon Huskies.
That's right. Sheldon will look to go to 5-2 on the season with a win over Vanden in our SunPower Electric game. Brian Mueller was there.
Electric game.
Robert and Aubrey, our SunPower Electric game brings us to beautiful Sheldon and the field that bears the name of the Huskies' legendary head coach, Mary Jo Truesdale, who is entering her 25th season coaching softball here. Now, both of these teams are coming into this matchup just like the weather outside, hot. Both Vanden and Sheldon are coming off shutout, lopsided victories earlier this week. Coach Truesdale has another loaded team led by pitcher Jaylee Ojo, who enters the game with a 1.09 ERA, just shy of 20 innings pitched. Meanwhile, Vanden's senior Hazel Gray can do it all. She's the Vikings' most dominant player at the plate and in the circle. Enough warming up, let's get to our SunPower Electric game. The Vikings already up a run in the first when the pitch gets loose. Shawnice Hogue Lacey comes around to score, and it's 2-0. But Ojo got her mojo back later in the game, caps off the third with a strikeout. Meanwhile, Hazel Gray was cruising in the circle and got some help from her defense. Kira Catalan stabs this before it gets to the outfield. Still 2-0 in the fourth when Vanden expands their lead. There's Catalan again, pulls this deep to left and gone. Solo shot makes it 3-0 Vikings. Vanden looking for more in the inning, but Jazzy Fines gets dirty for the catch. But the Vikings would load the bases later in the inning. Mia Santos at the plate, and she shoots this through the drawn-in infield. 2 runs come in, and Vanden is pulling away part of a 4-run inning to make it 6-0. Gray would respond in the bottom of the fourth with a shutdown inning, one of her 4 Ks. 7-0 now, bottom 5. Huskies with the bases loaded. Deanna Johnson hits it to shallow left. Mia Zabit comes up with a leaping catch. The umps give her the out, saying she lost the ball on the exchange, so it's a sac fly for Sheldon to make it 7-1. That was still the score, bottom 7. Sheldon looking for something, but they keep hitting it to Zabit. She comes up with another spectacular snare. Vanden wins it 7-1. That's 2 straight wins for the Vikings over the Huskies.
We won by 1 last year, so it was kind of like a back and forth kind of thing. This year we wanted to come out strong and kind of just have that hype from the beginning, and we wanted to play hard. We didn't know what the outcome was going to be, but we knew it was going to be a great game. I just felt really good today. Didn't want to let them get anything, and I had my team to back me up.
Reporting at Sheldon for the SunPower Electric game, Brian Mueller, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Ponderosa comes into town, the final tune-up game for Whitney before they take on Granite Bay next week to kick off the SFL. Willis reporting. Top of the first, Whitney flashing the leather in the outfield as Dylan Castaneos goes all out, laying out and making the diving catch for the Wildcats. No score, but Whitney threatening with the runner on second. Jake Morrell hits a hot smash to third. It scoots away from the fielder. That allows Luke Euler to round third and score. Wildcats lead it 1-0. In the third, runners on the corners. Whitney dials up the pressure, but Pondo answers the call. Michael Baer, the catcher, throws down to get the runner stealing second. But wait, it's a setup. Whitney tries to sneak the runner from third home, but Jack Moore guns him down. Still 1-0 game. Couple on for Pondo in the third, but Luke Euler gets the punch out to end the inning. Euler had 5 whiffs on the night. Bottom of the fourth now for the Wildcats. Morrell lifts a deep pitch down the right field line. Euler comes in to score 2-0 Cats. Still in the fourth, Tyler Allen hits a high drive deep to left. It's just short of the fence, a ground rule double as Morrell scores and makes it 3-0. With 2 on, Gavin McClendon singles to center. Both Allen and Castaneos come in to score. It's part of a 4-run fourth for Whitney. To the 6th we go. Pondo at the bat, down 5-1. The pitch gets away, and scoring from third is Jack Moore. It's now a 5-2 ball game. To the 7th, Ponderosa down 3. They load the bases with 1 out. Moore nails the ball, but right at Jax Jimenez, who steps on second to throw to first in time. Jax, you take a bow, my man, as you deserve it. And Whitney pulls out the W. Luke Euler goes 5, picking up the win for the Wildcats.
Brian Mueller here at Freedom Park Tuesday afternoon as Intercom hosts Casa Roble. The Tigers have a good one, and junior pitcher Sam Stoll gets the whiff here to end a scoreless first inning. Still no score. Bottom two, a runner on for Emily Jacobus, and she goes up the middle. Anissa Ludwig trying to score from second, which initially looks like a bad idea, but the throw gets away and Ludwig makes it 1-0 Tigers. To the third, Stoll still cruising, helping herself out here, grabs the chopper, and she is perfect through three. Top four, more good defense from Inderkum. Alexa Lucas all over this bunch, grabs and guns and gets the out. And Lucas wasn't done. She has a bat now in the bottom half of the inning, and she's equally adept with that. Up the middle, the RBI single to make it 2-0. The Tigers looking for more later in the inning. A little fly ball into the Bermuda Triangle, but Sophia Newcomb navigates it beautifully and comes up with the diving catch. To the sixth, same old for Stoll, another K. She is 3 outs away from a perfect game. But the Rams break it up in the seventh with back-to-back hits. They now have second and third, 2 out. Tying run at second, a grounder to third, but there's Jacobus, who calmly fields and throws for the out. A 2-hitter for Stoll as Inderkum takes it 2-0. The Tigers ace spoke after the game about keeping her composure in that final inning.
I really trust my defense behind me. I know that we put in the time and work outside of practice and on the field and off the field. So I can just step off the mound, take a deep breath, and then just go back at it at the next person.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase on our website. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi-Sports.com. We will send you the entire game to your email.
Follow us on social media for lots of fun and exciting content. Our Instagram story is a great way to keep updated on scores, news, and so much more. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter.
Coming up, Turlock taking on Downey.
Then it's Bear River meeting Marysville. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We'll be right back.
The California Athletic League beginning league play this week. Turlock escapes the preseason with a 6-4 record as the Bulldogs get set to face Downey to open up league play. Aiden Askill is batting .440 for the Bulldogs.
And Caden Peterson will start on the mound for Turlock, going up against Downey pitcher Max Fuqua. Turlock and Downey in Modesto on Monday afternoon.
Parker Ream at Downey High School, Caden Peterson and Max Fuqua on the mound for Turlock and the Knights, and it was a pitcher's duel early in the top half. Max catches the corner for strike three looking on Aiden Askill, but it's not a duel if the other pitcher wasn't dealing too. Caden in the bottom half gets Camden Rush, and it's zeros on the board after one. We head to the top of the third and some offense. Aiden with the dribbler to Camden, and the throw on to first is not in time. Bryce Campbell comes home to open the scoring, but the offense didn't stop there. Runner on third now. Gannon Evans at the plate. He drives that one into the outfield. You know what's coming. He did his job at the plate. The sac fly brings home Josh Ramirez, and the Bulldogs go up 2-0. In the bottom half, Downey would respond. Rush slaps a base hit to right field, and there's runners on the corners now paving the way for the Knights for an identical response. James Watson drives one to the outfield, and a great catch by Aiden, but the damage was done. A run scores, and Downey pulls within just 1 run, but Caden was determined not to let that slip away. In the 5th inning, he strikes out Andre Mendoza-Munoz, and Turlock still leads. In the 6th, Caden would try to give himself some run support and keep that lead. A nice swing, and that ball's carrying deep to the outfield just over the center fielder's outstretched arm, and they're waving Griffin Sotomayor home, but the throw is well in time. Downey staying in it as he is tagged out at the plate. Bottom 7 now. Downey down to its final 3 outs. What a play by Josh Ramirez. He got called up to varsity as a freshman this year, making an impact already. I caught up with Caden after the 2-1 win.
I think we're special. We have good team chemistry out there, and it's fun to play with them. It's fun to get together and practice every day. I look forward to going to practices and especially games, and we're going to have a good year this year.
To Marysville, where the undefeated Indians take on the one-loss Bear River team in the Pioneer Valley League. I'm Mark Willis on the case. We pick it up in the 2nd inning, 2 outs for Bear River. Let's make that 3 as second baseman Jackson Finley of Marysville snags the line drive out of the air to end the inning. In the bottom half of the second, bases loaded for Marysville. Nice play by the Bear River's defense to get the out, but the throw gets away from a would-be double play. Jack Housley comes in to score. We're all tied up at 1. It's now 2-1, but Bear River's pitcher Kenny Baltz was able to wiggle his way out of the jam, getting the K. In the 3rd, Finley standing on 3rd for the Indians. Coach says, hey, get the ball on the ground. Caden Ellison does just that. Anders Torgensen of Bear River gets the out at first. Finley's in, 3-1 Marysville. To the 4th we go. More action for Marysville. Finley at the dish, and the senior lays into this one. To the outfield it goes. Cesar Camarillo and Darius Jacobs comes in to score. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Make that a 6-1 lead for Marysville as Caden Ellison pokes the pitch high and far enough for Elijah Marin to tag and score. Tyler Newhorth of the Bruins makes the catch, but the throw is not in time. In the 5th, Bear River with some action on the bases. Ryder Holcomb at the plate, and he's just able to make contact. Punches the pitch up the middle for an infield hit. Everyone's safe. Dakota Aestrian comes in to score. 6-2 Marysville. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Base loaded for the Indians. Tristan Henderson at the plate. Stevie Cherry comes in to score from 3rd as the throw gets away from 1st. Jacobs comes in from 2nd, and that's all she wrote as the Indians sit all alone at 1st with an 8-2 win over Bear River. Stevie Cherry picks up the win, going 5 1/3, striking out 11.
Defense was a little shaky in some parts, but we got the job done. Fastball slider combo, just everything was working for me. 2nd inning, dialed it in, settled down. Everything was good.
Coming up, we'll choose the play of the week. This could be the play of the week, maybe not.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section top 10 baseball poll.
Time now for the play of the week.
Our wild man, Mark Willis, will name off a few contenders and then award the play we thought was the very best.
We start things off with a hit in Elk Grove. No way, A.J. Hutchinson robs the batter of a hit. Cade Brown, the accomplice. Ponderosa files a police report on Whitney's Dylan Castanedos. Stealing this would-be hit. It's highway robbery. Casa Robles robbery as Sophie Newcomb picks up the ball out of the air. Cat burglar in left field. Ricky Bastianini in broad daylight, nabbing this ball. Dale Oro, Sidney Barker stealing 2 from Rockland. Placer County Sheriff's Office still investigating. But the play of the week is this Good Samaritan Award. Tyler James saving the cameraman. He gets the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Bronstein. Join us next week to meet the pitcher-catcher duo from Lincoln, who are also twins. We'll see you there.